Alright, suckers. Let's get some more. I'll just keep talking right now. As you can see, I'm in a shop. It's BA. And I'm also on the SAS, which is also BA. I was just dropping off some spam card holders at my brother's shop to have him cut and paint those for me. I have some right now on these bikes. You can see the spam card holder right there. The issue I'm having with them, among others, is my crappy paint job, but mostly is the fact that, what's the problem? Yeah, so when I wash the bike or if it rains, those things collect water, and then they collect water. So then if the water sits into those metal cards, they'll kind of stick together, and that sucks. So I'll hand out like one card, but it'll be like 2 or 3 stuck together just because water does that. So he's got the tools to do it easily. He's gonna slice some of them and then paint them for me. So I've been picking up and dropping off stuff all day today, and now here I am on the SAS, what I call it, Super Adventure S, and I'll tell you all about it. So, man, yesterday I dropped off the Super Duke to get its maintenance going. This morning I loaded the trailer on the Jeep, and then I put the 650 on the trailer, took that out to a shop to get its battery put in because it was super dead. And so that happened. And then what else happened? What did I do after that? Got home, and then I was like, okay, now it's time to get those things to... Oh, no. Then I took the R8, and I put it in escrow, because the buyer and I agreed that since he's giving me a deposit for me to go and pay off the lien on the car so I can get the title to officially sign it over, since it's kind of in between us right now, we decided to hold an escrow at his shop, or his friend's shop, where we both have access to it, and it's just going to sit there until I get the title, which at this point I'm anticipating will be a couple weeks. So I may have very well had my last ride with the car this morning, kind of unwittingly, but it was a nice ride. I was driving to drop the car off. I was like, you know what, if this is the last drive I'm going to have with the car, it's a good last drive. It's like backcountry roads, there's clouds and stupid amounts of wind. I parked, I'll get to that part. My day's been loaded. So I dropped it off, and then I got a ride home. When I loaded up this bike, I loaded up the SAS. So now there's only 2 vehicles left in my garage. There's only the Jeep and the Zixer right now, as opposed to my luscious 6. So I loaded this up because, and this is why I'm humoring myself. Well, I have to ride a bike and record a Finally Friday, so it was a Zixer or this bike. But the catch is, I thought, well, since I'm going to be out on this bike, and since I'm selling the R8, and since I'm tempted, I may as well go by a couple dealerships and get in. Geez, see the wind, dude? I'm leaning into it right now. Now let up. Jeez, oof, jeez, just punched me in the head. I'm getting. Oh my gosh, I'm getting slapped. Anyways, so I am gonna go ahead and take this bike by both the shops and just get an appraisal, just to humor myself. Oh, I knew I missed part of the story. So I dropped the 650 off. Man, sorry, this story is just too long. When I dropped the 650 off, I looked at a brand new RS1. Oh my gosh, that is currently most likely the vehicle I'm going to get. I'm most likely going to get an RS1 for my Razor. And there's a new one there, that dealership, and I don't need a new one necessarily, but it's so pretty. So that was tempting, and then I went ahead and called a guy and asked him about doing an engine swap on that, because I would love to put a turbo engine, a Razor S turbo engine in that RS1, because it'd be BA. Oh man, sorry, I'm kind of discombobulated. The wind's not helping, just smacking me in the face. Anyway, so I got this bike, and I'm gonna go ahead and ride by both dealerships just to get an appraisal on this bike, because why not? Now that I'm all caught up, let me talk about the Current. So I do not want to sell this bike. I'm not planning to, but currently, out of the 4 motorcycles that I own, this is candidate number 1. If I had to sell one, this would be the one to sell, because it's the one I use the least. I'm not going to say it's the one I have least use for, but anyway, as soon as I set this bike up today, I was just like, yeah, man, I want to go on a road trip to Colorado, and I still do really bad. I really want to ride to Colorado, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not planning to sell it. In fact, I highly doubt either of the dealerships would offer even a fair price for this bike. I could probably sell it for a fair price to an individual, but, you know, I'm really just, I don't expect any possible good news out of going by these dealerships, but I have to ride anyway. I'm on this bike anyway. My bikes are at both those shops. So I may as well go by and see. Okay, I need to take a break and stop talking because I got to ride for over an hour today. I would like for the video to be a little bit more than just me in this one spot. So I will resume when I get to the first shop. Apparently they don't want to buy any motorcycles right now, and I was like, fine, I want to sell my bike anyway. No, it didn't hurt my feelings, and I told him that. I was like, that's fine. I was just curious. So nope, not an option, which is okay. Now I'm actually, I don't know if this is selfish or not, but now I'm kind of hoping the next dealership I go to, the one that has my 650, will say, oh, we don't want to buy bikes at all. And I'll be like, good, because that means I can't even sell this bike because I don't want to, or something like that. Now I'm gonna hit the highway, and I guess I'll come back when I'm at the bank. Okay, so what? Big deal. I lied. I'm going to have another stop. No, I didn't lie intentionally. I forgot. I have like 8 stops on this bike, maybe 7. I don't know. I got a lot of stops. So this was a planned stop. I'm going to stop by Quick Trip to put gasolinium inside of this before I get onto the bank. Oh, I just remembered another stop. I'm going to stop at Quick Trip at my friend's house, by my friend's house, on the way to his place to pick up drinks. That's another stop. Like, they're all planned. Like, I actually wrote it all down in Google Maps before I took off today, just to see exactly how long my trip was and to, you know, kind of make sure of everything. But ooh, apparently that's the whole trip. Okay, so in order to get gasolinium in here, you gotta go poot, tiss, and then you can barely lift this out of the way. Oh wait, did I? No, I got it right. Okay, I was like, did I do it backwards? No, it works. You can do this, and you lift this up, and you can barely, oh, well, you can barely get to the gas. Well, it kind of works. Okay. Gotta get my card out of here. All right, I'll come back when I'm closer to the bank. Alrighty then, here we are, boyos. Just gonna grab a wad of cash and a check, drop it off and take off, and then I'll record a little bit more. Holy hairy balls! Holy heck, somehow I worked up such a sweat. Gosh, it feels like it's freaking 85 degrees with a sweatshirt on. I was like, yeah. That's what I get for wearing a hoodie. Well, when I get to the dealership in 15 minutes, I will take that hoodie off and maybe cool down a bit. Holy balls. Actually, I'm going to be 30 minutes early. Well, hopefully that's not a problem, but I'm going to get there, and I will not end the video until after I've gotten there and gotten a number or a non-number from them. So let me head out there and then I'll finish the video. All right, suckers, let's get on the highway. 20 minutes to my buddy's place. Let's see if you can hear me out here. Well, that was a long time there. How long was I there? I was there for over an hour, which is my fault. I got there half an hour early. But not big surprise. They would not give me much. They'd give me like half what this thing is worth. So that's cool. Now my feelings aren't hurt at all because I told them I don't want to sell it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just curious. Well, now I did it. Now I know. And if any of you are like, oh no, Walter, don't sell, don't worry, I'm still not planning to. Frickin', I want to go to Colorado several times on this bike this year. I mean, obviously at least once, and man, I really gotta go soon. Being on this bike right now and the weather's just great, it makes me ready. Let's get on the highway, suckers. Check it out, this bike is fast. Yeah, but it ain't no thing, flying like a machine. Oh man, well, I feel a lot better because I took my hoodie off and I was just chilling and drinking water and having a great old time sitting on my butt and laying down on concrete. That was really fun. Anyways, so I feel like there was a story or something I needed to catch you up with, and it might be the fact that, well, I mean, I'm closer to selling the R8 and I'm closer to getting a UTV, but I think I'm going to hold off on talking about the UTV biznatch until I actually get closer to the event. Well, I've been cruising for 5 minutes and I can't think of whatever else it was I feel like I was supposed to tell you. So, shucks, this stinks. I feel like I was supposed to tell you something, but I guess not. I guess this is all I got. So, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Yeah, shoot, I'm completely blank, dude. I was just cruising and then having a good old time and I forgot everything. Well, hopefully all the events of this video have been sufficient to tell you what's been going on with me moving vehicles today, because today is just one of those days where you have to move vehicles around. Anyways, that's all. I will see you next week. Goodbye.